like I was talking recently about like a weird thing, and like I started to get really excited about it, which was doing stand up as Drunk Uncle from like the character from SNL.
So great.
And then I just started thinking of like what that would mean, like, and then like I went straight to like. The opening of like a black and white shot of him walking down like a thing, and like, but like you realize you just can't find the place. Like I was like, now I just want to shoot a stand-up special as Drunk Uncle, like, but like him really taking it seriously in old age. Like, I don't know, this is what I'm doing now. And I think
someone
about
drives
it way
him to
too
the gig.
much.
Someone's driving him to the gig.
All because I just want to do the Matt Rife mic drop at the end as Drunk Uncle. That's it. That's it.
It's breaking bread.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I baked you this bread
Thank you so much.
this morning. It's not a bit. It's a real loaf of bread that I baked for you.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Do you eat bread?
Yeah, look at me. Yes, I love bread.
Okay, good.
Also, I know how hard it is to make bread, so nice work.
Thank you very much. Well, you know, we don't do it for every guest.
Wow.
Yeah. Sometimes we just buy them something. Sometimes we don't do anything. And we pretend we just forgot.
Oh.
Yeah. But we like you.
Thank you.
You've been making me laugh for a very long time.
Same here.
And it's really nice to finally meet you.
That's crazy. Yeah, same
Yeah.
here. That's funny. On the car ride over, I was going, I'm a huge fan, but I was like, I think I've met him before. But I don't think we have now. I don't think we have. SNL after parties were a crazy thing where, like, for 10 years now, people go like, oh, I talked to you for an hour. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't know that. So, like, sometimes I forget. But I think I wanted to meet you. So in my head, I went like,
Maybe.
we met and it went well.
Could we have met at the cellar?
Sure, I'm always hanging out there trying out my stuff.
Because that's the only place I go out in New York.
Oh, really?
Like when people come in, they're like, where should we go? I'm like, you can go to the cellar or Gotham.
There's nothing I hate more when someone asks, like someone just recently said, I'm going to be in New York. Do you have any recommendations? And I'm like, I get Uber Eats at the hotel.
Right, exactly.
Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't go to nice restaurants.
My
I don't know
agents
what's
once
cool.
asked me to pick a restaurant to go to, and I picked a restaurant, and then I got an email saying that I'm not allowed to pick the restaurants anymore. And that's a real thing that happened.
Why? It was just like a regular place?
An actual roach crawled up the wall.
No.
I was like, I love this place. I was like, they got good food. But like, they were like, we're never eating there again.
One time I went out in New York. I'm not going to name the place because it'll be too bad, but it's a great place.
But it rhymes with Rick Donald.
And I was doing a show, and I went with Jerry Seinfeld and his manager.
I'm not familiar.
He was a 90s guy.
Gotcha.
And
Kramer's buddy.
and we went to this place which we would go all the time, an Italian place, and I just loved it. And I got risotto, and it came out, and it was half of a body of an insect. Like
a thorax.
Like a thorax situation of like the lower half. And it was, and this wasn't a bit. I was just like, oh. And then someone saw it, and some of the women we were with was like, hell no, dropping stuff and calling them over. I'm like, guys, I'm not waiting for another meal. It's cooked. It's get it out. Yeah. I'm cool with it.
I get it.
If I was alone, I totally would have eaten it.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
I used to work at a Pizzeria Uno for many, many years, and the amount of things like people like watched. I was sitting there cleaning the bar. I was a bartender. I was just sitting there cleaning the bar, like just hating everything, and I watched a woman take an ashtray out of her purse. Put it on the ground, smash it with the leg of her chair, take a piece out, put it on her plate, and go, waiter. And I was like, I watched you do that whole thing. I was like, it took you like a minute and a half. I was like, I just watched you do that whole thing. And she was like, I'd like to talk to your manager. There was glass in my food. I was like, we don't even have ashtrays anymore. Like, yeah, it's the amount of things like that people would do.
Insane.
Someone, yeah, a family said, they were like, we found this tooth in our food. And it was just like a pristine plastic tooth. And I was just like, that's not a real tooth. It's very clean.
They have a whole bag.
Yeah, a bag of teeth. teeth. Yeah, had a woman.
It's crazy.
Call me over and go, I'd like to talk to your manager, please. Sit down. Made me sit down next to her at the booth. She's
Yeah.
like, I'd like to talk to your manager. And I was like, what is this? And she goes,
Made you sit down's a weird move.
yeah. And was like, you can't fool me. And I was like, excuse me? And she was like, this is chicken. You can't fool me. And I was like, yeah, no, it's chicken. I know it's chicken. And she was like, no, you see, it's called rattlesnake pasta. And I was like, yeah, yes. The name of the meal is rattlesnake pasta, which is chicken with jalapenos because it's got bite. It says it in that paragraph. And she was like, it's supposed to be rattlesnake meat. I would like to talk to a manager, please. And she was very upset that it was not rattlesnake
Where
meat.
was this?
Pizzeria Uno in White Plains, New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Very upset that it was not rattlesnake meat and thought she had been had.
God.
I was like, I know chicken when I taste chicken.
Did she get money off?
No, we kind of just explained it to her, and she was just like, but I'm just saying, she just wanted us to know that she had not been had.
It's so scary to think that that person that gets in their car and goes off to the next adventure, you know what I mean? And they're just among you.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It seems more insane.
I had my Aunt Lynn, she was wonderful. She was in a wheelchair and a provolone.
It's so comforting.
It
I kinda
is.
just like having it here. I also didn't know it was fake provolone.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I just now I'm more upset with myself that I just assumed there was just a wet provolone sitting over here.
I literally, it's just been knocking around, and when it's close to me, I just can't stop playing with it while I'm talking. So I've just slid it over because
I'm almost started playing with it.
Yeah,
Now I'm gonna stop.
It's okay. You can totally do it.
I want to get my arms on that ham as well.
I know this. Yeah, I know it's not real.
I love fake food,
Mm-hmm.
and I love anything tiny.
What do you mean?
Tiny versions of anything.
Oh, like a little, yeah.
Anything like tiny. I
think we
really
have,
enjoy.
Is this tiny? Would this classify?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Is that
I like it's that
Tiny Pringle?
That's two things. I like a thing with a little mustache on it, and I like a tiny thing.
Are you a Pringle fan?
Yeah.
They're not a sponsor, but they should be. Very upset with the Pringle people.
Oh, no.
I was on the road last week, and
Not a good way to get them to sponsor you.
and I know. Well, I mean, yeah. Why would they give me money with how much I talk about Pringles? It would be the dumbest move ever. And I was on the road in Florida, and some fan brought food back because I bake bread and stuff. People bring food a lot, and they had a bag of sour cream and onion mingles, which was the Pringle people making a puff and putting them in a bag. Let that soak in, everybody. Let that soak in. The Pringle people in a bag.
And when you said the Pringle Mingle, my first thought was like a sour cream chip, an onion chip, a sour cream chip, an onion chip, a sour cream chip, and an onion chip. And I was like, say what now?
Well, why is
and then
Tom angry?
My brain immediately went Buffalo Ranch, or barbecue.
Oh my God, this is
barbecue
amazing.
barbecue ranch.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic.
We have a big wooden owl in our house, and my brother-in-law came over, and we said we got to name it, and he went, "You should name it Pringle." And I went, "Why?" And he went, "Because of the potato chips." And I meant, "Do you mean wise potato chips?" And he went, "Well, call it wise, like an owl." And
no.
it was so right, but we still call it Pringle because he was wrong.
It's so great.
So Pringle people, give us a call.
That really, if you were to alternate,
Right?
holy
Alternate
cow,
flavors in a Pringle can, and you get
that would be insane.
Pringle Mingle. That's what I thought you were talking about. That's what I thought it was going to be, and I was like, genius.
Yeah, why is Tom
very
angry?
ready.
This sounds like he's about to talk about the greatest invention of the 21st
Best.
century.
I don't like that. I don't like a puffy Dorito.
No.
No.
No. Puffy Cheez-It. The Cheez-It people have really gone off. If you've been in an airport in the last 5 years, they've taken entire walls of the Hudson News because of how many flavors they have.
I don't want to say this on a podcast, but I'm about to. I have been ordering Wendy's Baconator flavored Cheez-Its off of TikTok.
So many great words in that sentence.
Yeah.
What do you mean off of TikTok?
Exactly.
That's wonderful.
TikTok, there's, I don't know if you're on TikTok.
I think I have to be because our performance is horrible on TikTok. And it's because we're never on it.
I go on it and I enjoy lurking on it, and there's a TikTok shop, and I saw Baconator flavored Cheez-Its go by, and I was like, well, I'm gonna try that. And I did. Beep. Man, now I got a case of them. They are, the word is probably interesting at best.
Yeah. Not that great.
It kind of just tastes like quarters.
I get that.
Like there's like it's like a bacon quarter, if that makes sense, like a bacon flavored quarter.
You want to know something really weird?
Sure.
I don't
pull out a bacon flavored quarter. I'm gonna be psyched.
I don't mess with change. I think we've gone beyond coins. It's like I had an old bit
I don't know
about
what to do
carrying
with them.
treasure around in your pocket, like telling young people this is how we paid for things, and I had some in my house, and I put it in a little bag, and I'm like, I'll use it for meters when I'm going to ever, and I went to go put it in the meter, and they clogged it up. Like you can't use coins anymore. And I have a quarter in my pocket, and I was saying, and I don't know why, but in the elevator coming up, I was like, I'm gonna give Bobby a quarter, and just tell him I brought you some treasure.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep this.
And
forever.
then you bring
I've
up
been a fan of
quarters
yours for a long time, and I have a weird problem with when people give me things. So I will keep this for the rest of my life.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I literally was thinking like, and I was like, it's not a great bit. It's not a great bit.
I love it. Thank you. Do you know? I recently bought a few quarters off of eBay because I heard this story. I like weird things, and I heard this story and I thought it was real dumb, so I bought a couple. When the movie Rise of the Silver Surfer came out, Universal Pictures for some reason thought it was a good idea, or I'm not sure who. I think it was Universal. Just printed the Silver Surfer on the back of a bunch of quarters and released them, which is highly illegal.
Just changing currency.
And immediately got in trouble for it. And I was like, that's crazy. And I found a couple on eBay, and I bought them because I was like, that's nuts that they did that. And yeah,
that's amazing. Did you live in a place that had railroad tracks? Because we used to, in northern New Jersey, we would go down by the railroad tracks and put coins on the track.
Oh no!
And let the train go through them, and then they'd be all.
I lived like 5 minutes away from Metro North Station, so like the idea of like going down into that was like, no, that's death.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
No, I didn't grow up like hey, let's go walk on the train tracks. Like, no, it was like, there was like morning commuters
with our fishing poles.
Train was a big part of my childhood life, I feel like.
Yeah,
because I lived in Westchester County, so we would just go down to the city. I lived like right near the Crestwood train station, so we would just.
Oh, nice. You would go with your family, like when you were young, or like when you were a teen?
I would just like go down to the city or go see a Broadway show or like go do weird, or I go to like comedy clubs and like.
Oh really?
Yeah, try and do stand up. Late. I would go watch comedy, and then like after college, I went to maybe it was Stand Up New York.
Yeah, Upper West Side.
Yeah, and like took a stand up comedy class and like realized instantly that I was like, oh, like. I want to do comedy, but not this.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. I was like, I don't want to stand on stage and tell you my opinion on a
Right.
Tuesday night for the next 10 years until I'm good at this. Like, it was like, I
sounds
feel
so
like I
painful.
realized, I watched like the people at the bar on my first night. And I remember seeing a couple people, and like our class show was like 5 o'clock on a Tuesday. There wasn't a lot of people there.
Yeah.
First of all, I wore a suit.
Yeah. I'm with you.
And right before I went up, they were like, "Hey, this girl here has to make a video for an audition," and it was Sarah Silverman. And she like came in, made a tape real quick, and like went
Right.
up crushed. And I was like, and then they were like, "Here for his class show is this guy Bobby Moynihan." And I was like, "Cigarettes, Miles, and cigarettes are crazy, right?" He's like, "I got a kayak with my Miles. I couldn't use it because I smoked too much." I was like, "I'm sorry, I shouldn't do this."
I literally heard that joke back then.
Yeah.
During the miles.
Amazing. Yeah. That was one of my first jokes that I thought was really funny.
That's so funny. What if I saw you? What year would
right.
that have been?
In like 2000.
And it would have had to been there at 5
Yeah,
for the
I
class.
graduated high school in 95. 99 was college. Yeah, it was right after college. But
Right after college.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I realized immediately, like,
Yeah, really.
well, I think very shortly after I found Upright Citizens Brigade and went, "Oh, improv, got it.
Right,
That's
this
what I
is
want to
me.
do. I want to make up dumb shit with a bunch of other people."
Right.
And
right.
do
What
that.
was so repellent about standing up there and talking about your opinion? Like what part of that?
Well, like, I think I grew up loving stand-up. Like, I grew up watching so much of it, and like, at that time was just like still like probably just like watching Mr. Show and SNL and dreaming of it and not being sure. Well, no, I was done with college. I was an acting major in college, and I came back and I was like searching. I was like, what am I doing?
Right.
And I did like an off-Broadway show about, it was like everyone was dead the whole time, you know, like it was like
Yeah.
that show, and like did that for a little while, and
It was that show. We've all been to that show.
4 people sitting in a chair and one had a scarf on.
Yeah. No set.
It was really cool. I cried. And then like took that stand-up class, and like, I don't want to call him out, but I remember the teacher, like it was very abundant. He was like, we wrote down like a couple things in our first class, and he was like, "That's what you're writing your jokes about." And like 2 weeks in, I was like, "Well, now I understand a little bit better." I was like, "I think I want to do this." And he was like, "No, do the other stuff." And I was like, "All right." I don't know why, but sure.
Yeah.
And I remember even then being like, I disagree with just his teaching, and was like, "No, this is not right."
Yeah.
And but yeah, I then hanging around that comedy club, I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna die if I do this. Like, I would be dead in a year.
It was too suffocating. Like was it too
I would
small?
just sit at the bar all night and get like, you know, and like wait.
right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was. I think I would have just
Become a depressed comedian.
romanticize the struggling comic, you know.
Yeah,
and I think,
yeah.
But I was walking down the street. I saw Upright Citizens Brigade. I went inside. I watched your show. Do you know Colton Dunn?
Yeah.
Like I saw a show. He opened up like a fake window, came in a scene, and I was just like, well, that was nuts. Like that was insane. Like I
Yeah.
remember going like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then like never left that place for 9 years. It was like 2 weeks
interesting.
after I got there, Amy Poehler got SNL, and I was like, oh, I'm never leaving.
Right.
I was
yeah.
like, that's what I want to do is SNL. So,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Did you want to do SNL when you were a kid? You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I have like videos of me as a kid going like Bobby and like pretending to do the opening credits and like
Oh, really? That's great. When I was a kid, I used to get called out, brought down by my parents to do Gilda Radner monologues. I would just
Amazing.
I was like 8, just doing Gilda Radner.
I have a very distinct memory of going to I didn't have a lot of family growing. It was just me, my mom, my dad, my sister, and like we only had a couple relatives, and they were far away. And one time we went to visit them, and I didn't know how to be at someone else's house, so I just like hid in the basement and was like, I'm gonna put on a show later, so like give me some time to set up, and like just went and hid in the basement essentially for hours,
Yeah.
and like set up a very elaborate thing, just like playing
Yeah.
And then they were like, dinner's ready. And I was like, I'm not coming. And like, think maybe I didn't go to dinner. And then like after dinner was like, come downstairs and put on like a very elaborate show that involved a Nerf gun, like hitting some. And like, I actually hit, like I went like, hit the thing. And I remember everyone in the room being like, did he really just do that? Like, what just happened? Like, what is happening right now? I put on a very elaborate show as a child, like, but that had magic involved.
Isn't it funny? Like that instinct to do that is just. It's
yeah.
just like that. You know, it's other instincts for kids to care for things or be with animals, but that thing to like just perform.
My kid, I got an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old daughter, both daughters. The 8-year-old had a presentation for school today. She'd been working on it for weeks. Icons. They had to pick somebody who they think who impacted their lives, and she picked Tim Burton. And she made a horror movie called The Purse.
Whoa.
And she did it all herself. She's 8.
Yeah.
She got an app and like made a movie on her phone called The Purse. It's a horror movie. My favorite thing, she had to make like a poster for it. And she was like, Dad, I got this. I know exactly what I want to do. And I'll show you later.
Get out of my way.
Cut out all these different characters from his movies. And then a picture of Tim Burton, and she just wrote Tim on his forehead, and then across his chest just wrote, "Yes, Queen." For no reason. It's my favorite thing in the world. I was never so happy in my life.
That's great.
Wrote a bunch of things like, put a picture of Beetlejuice and wrote Beetlejuice, like can't say it 3 times. Like all her bits that she put in that she came up with, and she like, found the alien from Mars Attacks, and she's like, whoever this guy is, and like I'm just watching her write jokes, and like she was kind of more excited about the bits than about like She was like, Dad, he grew up in Burbank. And I was like, what? And I was like, that's like a real fact. That's amazing. She was like, yeah, it's pretty crazy. She like knows a lot about him too. And I was like, nah, I'm just bragging.
Isn't it
about
amazing how like when you have those moments when your kids are that age, where they surprise you like with this kind of stuff. Like she has all these bits in her head, and I would always think, I'm just seeing you every day. I have no idea that you're getting stuff from other people, that you're putting it together, that you're like, you have ideas. Like they just like, oh, you're out there doing so much more than I see at dinner.
Going this morning, like going to the class, they had to do the presentations, and like walking in, she's got a red wig, a big like Ronald McDonald red wig on. She walks in the classroom, and everyone in the classroom is like, Gerald! And she starts doing this voice. And then I realized in her movie, she plays like this character named Gerald, and I think it's like a character she does at school. And like then she put it in her, and like afterwards she was like, Gerald's gonna be in the sequel, and like but like other kids were like, oh, Gerald, and I was like, oh my god, like it was just nuts.
That's amazing.
Hilarious.
That's so great. Yeah.
She's got a couple characters right now. I said, do you have any new characters? And she went like this. She goes, I'm working on a new one. I said, what's his name? And she went, William.
It's the best.
It's
the best. How aware is she of you and your ride?
The 8-year-old knows what I do and like doesn't care. Like she's like, oh, awesome. You do what you like. I think it's very commonplace. But like recently I was in a Pixar movie, and she went like there's a little bit of like, oh, like there was a little.
That's huge.
Well, because like other kids started asking her about it. And I think that was like it. There was like a little bit of a level up.
Yeah.
Where she went like, huh? Like we got stopped. Right. Like somebody went, excuse me, are you? And she went, he's King George and Hoppers, and he was on SNL. Yeah. Like she got like annoyed by it, and I was like, you don't have to say anything to anybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was like that was the first time I had to like deal with it.
Right.
But, and the 3-year-old hates it.
Yeah.
Doesn't like it. Hears my voice and something or like a laugh and goes like, weird.
That is weird. Yeah. Whenever there was anything that I was on, my daughters would stand in front of the TV and start dancing. Just start putting on the show. Like, why did Mom put this on?
A close friend of mine, Taryn Killam, was on Sesame Street, and we put on the episode, and my daughter was like, I hate this. And I tell Tara, and I was like, she just did not like your performance on Sesame Street. I apologize.
A thumbs down. He
was very good. He was very good. Just not for her.
I had a similar thing where it was around that age when I was in the B movie, and that was like, and you could bring them to the premiere and do all that stuff, and it was like that one, like for the first time, just like got me some cred.
Well, that too. It's like, how do you It's like someone at school asked, like, like, I'm going to the movies this weekend. She was like, oh, is it the premiere?
Right.
And you go like, oh,
yeah,
you grew up in L.A. Right. Or like she brought a friend with her to the premiere, and the friend was like, this isn't my first premiere. And I was like, wow, you're 8.
Yeah, right, exactly. So jaded. I know, so jaded.
It is an interesting.
It's great, but it's weird.
Explain, like, it's just my job. It's just that my job's on TV sometimes.
Yeah, I know, and everybody else is the same kind of thing.
Yeah, it was the first time, like, my wife was driving, like, they saw on a billboard for Reggie Dinkins, the NBC show, and like they saw that, and then across the street is a Hoppers one, and they kind of went like, what's happening? Because they know I'm in Hoppers, but they didn't know about that one. But my face is on that one, but not on that one. And it was like,
yeah, this is a really nice moment for you.
And that was a good week.
Yeah,
it
it's
was
really
good. An interesting time right now. I'm very lucky.
This is can we call it a hit TV show? Because it seems like everybody loves it.
I would like for you to, just so my daughters can go to college.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, but really, I've only seen the first one, and
the first one is like my least favorite one.
Is it really?
Yeah. Well, and it's great.
I know, it's
just
look, if a show that's gonna last is gonna have like great characters, they're gonna take you along. You've got it.
I've never been on anything where, like, we shot the pilot and I was like, wow, I really hope this gets picked up because that was fun, and like I really hope they give us a chance to hit the ground running, and then like they did, and we did, and it was so fun, and I love it.
And you feel it? You feel like...
I mean,
it's always hard to kind of...
like, I never know.
Yeah.
But I just went, you know what it was like, when it was over, I went, man, that was a blast. I met, like, Daniel Radcliffe is like the best. Erica Alexander, like, it's also a show about a family, and for 3 months we were just in a fake house pretending to be a family,
right,
making a fake movie, and it felt like that.
Yeah.
And Tracy's nuts in the best way possible. Like, it's just all insanity and love with him.
Yeah.
And like,
so great.
Daniel's just meeting Daniel Radcliffe and just like getting to know him, and just his whole story and his whole life is just like,
and he's been a part of our life for such a long time.
Yeah, like I don't know if I've ever said this to him, but like, I hate him. No, I'm just kidding. No, I didn't like grow up on Harry Potter. Like, Harry Potter, I think I was probably like college or something. I don't know. But like, it just never. I was nerdy about other stuff, but like, it comes up so much, and like, but being around him, he's just such a insanely good person.
Yeah.
And good at handling all of that.
He must have had really good people around him to take his whole childhood and rise up that way and be
you just go like, your parents must have been awesome, and whoever was around you through all of that did a fantastic job. And like,
it's not like the kids in the early 80s in movies and who were just like going totally just allowed to just, here's money and go enjoy yourself in LA. Right?
Same. Yeah. Just no rules, no laws.
Yeah. My daughters were like, I got to follow the whole Harry Potter because it's synced up with their childhood. Mm-hmm. So by the time the movies, and it was just really great.
My daughters like haven't gotten back like into that yet. Like, we haven't gotten into that. And also like, we haven't gotten the books for them. I don't know, but I don't know now. Are we not supposed to do that now? I think because of her.
Oh, come on. Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
Maybe. But they're still great books. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going
to give her like really niche, the Star Wars books, like, but like the ones, the like expanded universe where it was like one character.
Was that your thing? Were you a Star Wars kid?
Yeah.
That was yours?
It was like, I had a book about, it was like, what's his name? John Ratzenberger was an extra in Empire Strikes Back, his name was like Colonel. They gave him a name probably like 20 years later when they realized it was him.
Yeah, right.
And they wrote like a book about his character. And like I think I read that as a kid.
Just his own story.
Yeah, just like it would be like
Yeah.
some alien in the background, and they would write these like long books about them. Like, yeah,
That's great. We'd like to thank the good people at Butcher Box for sponsoring today's program. You know, these weeks when you're trying to eat well and you've got good intentions, maybe you even bought a vegetable or two, and then dinner time comes and you open the fridge and it's just nothing that actually turns into a meal. Just little parts of things, and you're like, I don't know, and then you order something or just go out. That's why I love having Butcher Box around. Having really great protein delivered to your door means you're always halfway to a real meal. What I like is you can customize everything. If you're meal prepping, feeding a family, cooking for picky eaters, or just trying to make weeknights less chaotic, you pick what works for your life. ButcherBox offers 100 premium options. 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, crate-free pork, wild-caught seafood, all high quality, whether you're making a beautiful steak or just throwing something in the air fryer for the kids or for yourself at 10 p.m. No judgment. Shipping is always free, and they've got some items in Target now, which is perfect because Target is already where I go to buy one thing and leave with 14. For over a decade, ButcherBox has led the industry with meat and seafood that's antibiotic-free, hormone-free, and independently verified. It's the clean, trustworthy protein you want to be eating. As an exclusive offer, new listeners can get their choice between organic ground beef, chicken breast, or shrimp in every box for a year. Did you hear that? Ground beef, chicken breast, or shrimp in every box for a year, plus $20 off when you go to butcherbox.com/papa. That's right, your choice of organic ground beef, chicken breast, or shrimp in every box for an entire year, plus $20 off your first box and free shipping always. That's butcherbox.com/papa. Don't forget to use our link so they know that we sent you. It's a great way to support the podcast and have great stuff in your freezer waiting for you when you get home. Thank you, ButcherBox. I hear that Hoppers is an amazing film. Like, people are of all ages are like really into it.
yeah.
Like the cool comedy kids that John hangs out with.
Have you seen it?
They're all really down with it.
I have not yet. I was supposed to go this weekend. I wasn't able to make it showing, but one of my friends said I was the lizard, and I was like, all right, I have to see this because if you are being mean to me, I'm gonna be.
No, it's a compliment. The lizard in the movie is very different than the lizard in the media, if that makes sense. Well, the lizard, it's very funny to me, the lizard, like being a part of it, like it's, this whole thing is very, so Daniel Chong, the director, was a guy that I met like 15 years ago doing this cartoon called We Bare Bears. I auditioned for a cartoon called We Bare Bears. This guy, Daniel Chong, created it. I had known his work. He did like comic strips.
Oh, yeah?
And like I had seen a couple of them. And when I got the audition, I was like psyched. And I
Yeah.
remember thinking like, oh, I love this guy. Like I would love to be a part of this. We met, and he's the sweetest dude in the world, and we did that show for a bunch of years, and like I loved it. It's like cartoon therapy. It's like he's just a sweetheart, and it was all about three bears like who live in California, but they aren't from there. And I think it was just like him being Korean and moving to California and
Right.
trying to become an animator and like feeling left out. And he's one of those dudes who like he's very funny. But like it was all about like heart also, and like the show was really sweet and beautiful, and I always loved it and thought it was super special.
Oh, wow.
And we like he's kind of not a shy guy, but like we would go to Comic-Con together, and like we for many years because of the show, and we
Yeah.
hung out a bunch. And when the show ended, I was like, I don't want this to end. Like I miss
Yeah.
you. And he was like, well, I'm going back to my old job. You should do that. You come do this thing I'm doing over there. And I was like, great. Like let me know. And he's like, I'll call you next week. And I get a thing the next week saying, do you want to be the lead in this Pixar movie? And I was like, his whole job was Pixar? Like literally, like
You thought he was going to Enterprise Rent-A-Car?
yeah, and was like, what? And then the next thing I know, we're making this Pixar movie. And like just
Wow.
being able to like, as a fan of that stuff and like a
Yeah.
fan of Pixar and animation and just that in general,
Yeah.
like to have a close friend who is brilliant enough to make one that needed to be made and to be in
Yeah.
it. Like, it has been
Just that simple idea. It's amazing
it's genius.
to me when
It's beautiful.
you're taking human brains and putting them in animals or the soul.
It's the
of-
closest thing. Oh gosh.
Go for it.
It feels like the closest thing a corporate thing can make about saying things about a corporate thing. does that make it
Yeah.
feels like the most you can go like, hey, we should have heart and care about each other.
Right.
I know we're trying to make money here.
Right.
But like it's just like it feels a little bit like it leans more on hope and like
Oh, that's great.
yeah, I'm like I had worked on it for years and I got my daughter's first name in it, Dorothy, but not the second daughter because she wasn't born yet. Like that's
yeah.
how long ago it was recorded.
Jeez,
And then I've seen bits and pieces of it. I did ADR, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then at the premiere, we saw it in front of an audience, and I went like, "Oh,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
like I haven't been in a movie theater with a bunch of people in a while, and like there's a couple like big swings, and like
Yeah.
there's a big shock moment, and like everything just hit perfect. And I just remember thinking like this was so cool. I'm so happy. I'm in
That's
this.
so
Like,
great. Did he write it also?
Yeah. No, him and yes, him and Jesse wrote it. Yes, he wrote half of it, exactly half.
Exactly. Oh, that's really great. That's
yeah.
a great story that you would just like. I love when it's so organic. Like you just like this guy. It seems like you have a lot of that in your career. Like it seems like Amy Poehler and
yeah.
all that whole UCB to SNL. Like it seems like you're.
I have
you're
always
in a
said I
good
feel like a
orbit.
kid who's just walking around and then a door opens and he's like, "What's in there?" And then I go in and then like I'm working there. Like if that makes sense.
Yeah.
This is not a bit. When my daughter was 6 years old, her 6th birthday party, we had just moved to LA. One of the parents came over to me. And she was like, "Hey, what's going on? You're Dorothy's father." And I was like, "Yeah, Bobby." And she's like, "We just saw a movie yesterday called If, and you were in it." And I was like, "Yeah, I was." And she goes, "I'm the showrunner of a new show called NCIS Origins. Do you want to play the doctor on it?" I was like, "Yeah. yeah, that would be great." That's like shoots right down the street. She's like, "Yeah, we're at Universal right down here." I was like, "Fantastic!" And I think I just finished episode 18 of NCIS Origins, which I've been on now, and we got season 3. It's the best.
It's so
It's
crazy.
the dumbest. I was like completely joking. I was like, "Do I want to be a doctor on like a cop drop, like a cop procedural?" Like, yes. Like literally just made myself laugh of like how weird that would be.
So great.
Dumbest thing I've ever stepped into. My favorite job in the world.
Could you?
I
Could
go,
you
I
imagine?
put on a lab coat one day a week, and it's the best.
Could
And
you
everyone's your
imagine if you had stayed at Stand Up New York and been like, "I'm gonna get this cigarette miles joke to work"? Your whole career would have been over.
I remember my big thing, and this was like non-negotiable. Like from the start, from day one, I knew that I was going to do this, and I did it, and it got nothing. I went, "Thank you, that was my time. Save the whales." I thought it would be really, really funny to say "save the whales." People were like, "Oh, that's sweet." Like, thank you for that message at the end there, and I was like, "Oh, they were supposed to laugh." That's a weird thing to say. Like,
You
I
would have
don't
been
know.
stuck in a stand-up cul-de-sac.
I was a terrible stand-up comedian.
Even if you had gotten good, though, like even if you would have gotten good, but it wouldn't have had these opportunities that this other path. gave
it's
you.
not what I'm good at. I
Yeah.
don't want you to know what I'm thinking about stuff. I would be, like I was talking recently about like a weird thing, and like I started to get really excited about it, which was doing stand up as Drunk Uncle from like the character from SNL.
So great.
And then I just started thinking of like what that would mean, like, and then like I went straight to like. the opening of like a black and white shot of him walking down like a thing and like but like you realize you just can't find the place. Like I was like, now I just want to shoot a stand-up special as Drunk Uncle.
Yeah.
But like him really taking it seriously in old age, like, I don't know, this is what I'm doing now. And I think
Someone
about
drives
it way
him to
too
the
much.
gig. Someone's driving him to the gig.
All because I just want to do the Matt Rife mic drop at the end as Drunk Uncle. That's it.
So when you were in school, it was Shakespeare, right? Like you were, or was that?
I did some.
I know that was listed as part of
Yeah.
your thing. So you're an acting major,
I was an acting major at the
What school?
University of Connecticut.
the University of Connecticut, and did you quickly get good parts? So like it cultivated it.
It was a fantastic experience. It was like a
Yeah.
small class. There was maybe like 15 kids like in our whole class. Like it was like, and it was a very tight knit community. There was also, I went there because there was a puppetry department. And it was like the only school in America that had like a puppetry department. So like
Yeah.
the puppetry majors and the acting majors and like the dance majors hung, like it was all like the arts kind
Yeah.
of. It was very fun. Yeah.
That's great.
I got a lot of fun parts.
And was Shakespeare a part of that program, or is that after?
I did King Lear in college, and then started doing like a Shakespeare company, like for a little bit, and then
while in school.
right after maybe, or like more during a summer maybe, and
Right.
then went. This is not
Yeah.
for me.
Was it not? Yeah. I've always been intrigued by it, like in when I was acting in school and that kind of thing, and I never could, but when I see it now, like when I see this is really shows my depth of it. When I see clips on Instagram of people's monologues doing it, and I can like watch it 5 times and understand it, I'm like, this is really so good.
It's a beautiful lost art.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just that this person wrote all this stuff and was so on point with humanity. That's the part that excites me. But then when
Well, yeah, it's like you start like it's like he was inventing new words. Like it was probably the coolest thing in the world. Like I think
Yeah.
about people going like, "Did you see that Shakespeare show? Like he said a word that is now a new word now." Like us talking about like
Yeah.
stand-ups now. Like,
right, exactly.
It's
But it wasn't for you. It didn't stick. That part of it. Were you good at it?
stand-up
No, the Shakespeare.
I was like a foppish, I was always like the fat one who came in and screamed and like
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
like I got those parts. I
Right.
got the parts I got, and like they were fine.
Yeah.
But like I did musicals and like that I excelled at, or thought I did. Like I was a good dancer, so like
Oh,
that.
yeah?
But like I fancied myself a bit of a song and dance man, and then
Yeah.
met my wife who was a Broadway singer and went, I cannot sing, cannot sing in any way, shape, or form.
Really?
Like yeah. I think I was
Yeah.
a little delusional because I was like the best singer at my school,
Right.
Or not even close. I just was like a ham.
He just confidence.
Yeah, just confidence. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then heard my wife sing and went like, oh, that's crazy. And then like, as we started dating, like just realized like what she went through to get to Broadway because
Right.
she wanted to do that and just went like, oh my God. Like
How
what
did you guys
do is
meet?
insane. I was her improv teacher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hate it. But,
Really?
yeah. Well, we met
At UCB?
yeah, she took an improv class. I remember her walking in the door. Because I was like, that's that girl. I saw her on the Today Show. She was in Avenue Q.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Puppets.
Yeah, and I remember thinking like, that's a hot puppeteer. I've never seen that before.
Keeping the puppet thing alive.
And then and I was like, I think that's that girl. And I was like, yeah. And then when the class was over, like a couple weeks later, I was like, do you want to go out sometime?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And
That's
then like
great.
I found out about SNL. I called my mom and I called her, and we were just dating. And like we've just been together ever since.
Oh, it's fantastic. Tell me about getting SNL. I'm sorry if you're tired talking about it. Is it boring to talk about it, or is it? Do you like talking about it?
I love talking about it, but I think I used to love talking about it, and now I'm at a point where I'm realizing I'm like I don't need to talk about it all the time. Like
Yeah.
I used to need to
Right.
a lot more.
Yeah. I saw a
I
very
think
funny.
after the 50th, I went like,
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I think before the 50th, there was still like, and I worked there, right?
Right.
Right? Like, and like
Yeah.
after the 50th, it was like, that was a blast.
Right. 9 years?
Yeah.
That's a good run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
You were
it
so
was
funny
nuts.
on there.
Thanks,
You had
man.
such great energy. I saw a
So
very
much.
funny clip where you say, I don't know what someone was playing you and you were playing the interviewer, and you were shitting on yourself you were saying to yourself, you were saying you just get mistook for Horatio Sands.
Oh, all the time. Oh,
All
I
the
thought you were saying honest. No, I know what you're talking about now. Yes, all the time.
Yeah.
One of the best things that's ever happened to me was when I was on SNL.
Yeah.
I went to lunch with Horatio right near UCB at this Chinese food place, and we were standing outside.
Yeah.
I was a smoker at the time. I was smoking a cigarette, and Horatio was standing with me. And a girl ran up to us, looked at me in the face, and went, "Oh my God, Saturday Night Live. Carol is one of my favorite characters in the world," which is one of Horatio's characters. And then she looked at him and got confused, and then looked back at me and went, "What are you guys doing?" And it was the best reaction in the world, because she's like, as if we
What are you up
planned
to?
this prank on her.
Yeah.
And she kind of just walked away. But it was the "what are you guys doing?" as if we had.
How long were you at UCB before you got a shot?
8 years? Well, 2000 I started.
8 years?
And 2008 I got SNL.
Yeah.
So.
That's
But I was
about
at
it.
UCB for like many. I'm still there. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? But
yeah.
just not religiously. Like, we were there every night.
Right, yeah.
8 years.
Were those fun years?
Yeah, that was the best.
Where were you living?
In a walk-in closet in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn?
Yeah, I lived in Brooklyn for a little while, and literally like 8 of my friends, and I lived in a walk-in. I paid $200, and I lived in a walk-in closet. There was just a mattress on the floor.
It's
Started
so
taking
great.
UCB classes, and then like 9/11 happened, and I think I moved back home to Westchester,
Ah,
and I was commuting to like UCB from
Right,
Westchester for
right.
a little bit. And
Could
then-
you see the towers from your Brooklyn, where your spot was?
Yes, but I wasn't.
Not on the day.
There,
I mean,
yes,
just like as
yes.
it was a.
Yes.
That was always just if you grew up, and right. It was the lack of them was the most astonishing thing,
Yes.
right?
Still.
Because you would orient. Yeah, still because you would orient your whole drive down the highways, coming out of the train. That was your.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. So you just decided, let me get out of the city for a bit and go back to Westchester.
Yeah, no, I was working at I was working at a Pizzeria Uno on the South Street Seaport, and I think it closed down because like rats took it over during the
Yeah,
or not pandemic, during
during the crisis.
Yeah, really,
Yeah.
shut down. So I just moved back home, started working in Yonkers, and like drove back and forth every night.
Right. UCB.
Yeah.
What was your favorite character at UCB before you got the show? Like, did any transfer to the show?
Yes.
Like, what were you? Did you have a killer one that?
On my very first show, it was supposed to be Tom Hanks, and then last minute, it was switched to Michael Phelps, who had just won the gold or won the Olympics, and which I think benefited me a great deal, because if it was Tom Hanks, I don't think I would have been in the show. But we got a very tired Michael Phelps who had just gotten back from the Olympics in Greece and was like exhausted.
Yeah.
And was like not wanting to perform on SNL. So I got like to do a lot in my first episode. And I got a sketch on that I wrote, which was like a character sketch that I did for my audition. And like I had done it at UCB like 2 nights before with like my sketch group. And then like 2 nights later did it on SNL with Amy Poehler and Michael Phelps.
It's so
And was like-
crazy.
yeah, it was word
That's
for word.
crazy.
Like I still can't believe it. It was nuts.
Oh, that's
That
beautiful.
was crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't think that would have happened if it wasn't for Michael Phelps.
Right. Being such a good swimmer.
Yes, exactly. Barack Obama was supposed to like be in the monologue. It was the first time Tina did Sarah Palin. It was like a big show.
Right. Oh man. Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, it was crazy.
What about the SNL UK one?
Oh, it's great. Well, I just saw
haven't
the
seen
first
it.
episode. It's
Is it
fantastic.
good?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, as an SNL fan, just like growing up, like I just love that they're doing it other places. But
Yeah.
like, they crushed it. I'm so happy Tina did it too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm a huge Tina fan, so like that was like a blast. It's cool.
It's
great.
cool. Yeah. It's on one of those things. It's like, oh, why didn't they do this years ago?
100%. There's
Right.
one kid that's blowing up. He played Princess Diana, and like it's so cool to see like he's like him. Like it's just great. And,
Yeah.
I want to see them cry. And then like now I want to see them come over here.
Right.
Do it over here. Do stuff like let's all
Yeah,
start
like
doing,
bounce back and
I
forth.
just want to do all-star shows with everybody.
Yeah.
My dream for the 50th was like I would say it to like around SNL, like around producers. I was just like, if I had it my way, the 50th would just be like an all-star season. Like one episode was just David Spade and Lorraine Newman and Jay Farrow, and then the next episode, like just like have like a bunch of people from different years.
Of all, yeah, and I get
worked.
to be the guy.
Yeah, I was like, just because I want to perform with Lorraine Newman.
Oh, it's amazing. I was doing Sketchfest in San Francisco, and Lorraine Newman. We were doing some show. It was just this mess of a thing at Cobb's, and I saw Lorraine Newman, and I was like, I was just trying to come up with something to get through the conversation to make her like me, and I mentioned jazz, and she hates jazz like no one else has ever hated jazz.
It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy.
She's just like crestfallen, just like, oh, I thought we were having a nice time.
Oh, that is the best. She is like,
Yeah.
as an SNL fan, when you go, like, it's just like, I can't believe she knows who I am, but like, she's
Yeah.
just been so kind to me and so wonderful. And like, I've had a lot of interactions with her now and done a bunch of shows with her. And the more I do, the more I fall in love with her. Like,
Yeah.
her kids are amazing. Like,
Yeah.
she's so funny. She's
Yeah.
so quick.
Dry
Ugh.
and mean
Just
about
the best.
jazz.
How long have you been doing it now?
I've been a comedian for 33 years.
Isn't that stupid?
It's so crazy. I can't even say it.
It's crazy.
33. Yeah,
Like,
it's
I've watched
insane.
you my whole life. It's crazy.
It's so silly. It's so silly. Stand Up New York. That was my first place.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I remember very early on, and like, or like not Last Comic Standing, maybe, or like what was one of the
Comedy Central presents, or
Comedy
one of
Central
those.
presents, like,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
that
With a
was
suit.
that was my era. Was like
Right. Yeah.
Comedy
Yeah,
Central
just a
was
suit
huge
from a
when I was-
secondhand store and not knowing what you're doing, and it's so funny.
Did you wear a suit? I wore a suit my first time doing stand up, thinking like that's what I should do.
Yeah, in the very beginning, I had long curly hair, and I was super high energy because I was too scared for them not to hear them not laughing, so I'd go really fast. And I would kind of like lunge back and forth, and I thought I was Sam Kinison when I started.
Yeah. Not the one thing, but one of my biggest regrets about SNL was they asked, or like they should like, so you should do Sam Kinison, and I went like, and I did it, and it's my least favorite thing I've ever done in my life.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm not an impressionist. There are people who do
Right.
impressions, and like Sam Kinison is like, I feel like Sam Kinison is a little tiny bit like walking. Like you just got to scream. And I
Yeah.
still didn't do it well. And I was like, this guy's great, and like I'm just not good at impression.
I had a moment 15 years ago, probably, at the Laugh Factory, and there was an impressionist who was really good, and he did Kinison, and it just didn't go over because no one knew who Kinison was.
Yeah, that's happening now too. Like in improv shows, I'll mention something, and
Yeah.
like the crowd just doesn't know what I'm talking about, and I'm like, oh man. I'm getting
Yeah,
old.
I know the references. You're like, ah.
Yeah. That's yeah. I mean, like, you don't see a lot of Sam Kinison around.
No, you don't. You don't.
That's crazy.
I know.
I'm realizing like you just don't see that.
Mm-mm.
Like Brian Regan, my daughter watches these videos she found this guy on YouTube, and the only reason I let him watch it is because it's the most niche thing I've ever seen. Do you know who Brian Posehn is?
Yeah, of course.
Just for framing, the guy looks
Yeah.
exactly like Brian Posehn.
Yeah.
I know
Which
it's
is
not Brian
crazy.
Posehn, but every time I see him, I'm like, that's Brian Posehn, but it's
Yeah.
not him. He looks exactly like him, and all he does is make videos where he is lip syncing to
Brian Regan?
Brian Regan's stand up, but he's just going like and making real like exaggerated faces, I would say.
That's crazy.
Over it. And I don't know why, but my daughter loves it, and I just love that she's getting like Brian Regan jokes from this guy. And like I try and show her regular Brian Regan, and she's like, "Nah, I like the guy who makes the dumb faces." And I was like, "This man is a genius!" Like I was like, "I've been watching him since I was 12. Like, show him some respect." And
This
she's
guy
like,
doesn't
"Oh, no, the
exist
guy with
without
the
this
beard
guy."
and the bulging eyes does it like she
That's
just
so
wants
weird.
to see. Yeah, it's bizarre.
It's wild.
And so she knows like 10. Brian Regan bits at the age of 8.
Oh, that's so great.
It's my favorite.
Oh man, she really sounds special. She really does.
She's a hoot.
Yeah. Do you have a good Halloween at your house?
Yeah.
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 I had 2 girls too. I still have them, but they're 21 and 23. Wow. And
What was the hardest part? What was the hardest on your brain mentally?
the hardest part of my brain was the very, very beginning. Like the baby, your whole life is like I thought, well, this is going to change my life, but I'll still get to read the paper in the morning,
Yeah.
And then you realize, no, there's not even a minute to pick up the paper. Like your life is completely upside down and inside out.
My wife and I went to breakfast together after the presentation this morning, and it was like just complete silence.
Yeah.
We just sat there like just breathing for an hour because we were like,
Because you were blown away.
just like what is happening? Like this is hard. Like it's like it really is.
I love those moments, those breakfasts after, because as a comedian, you don't have to go off to work.
Yeah.
Unless you're on it, and those if you go and do something parenting at the school,
It's like from
thing.
the hours of 9 to 10 a.m.
Yeah,
have
you want
a
to go get something to
meal,
eat, and you just
old selves for an hour.
yeah.
Just tired.
I love those. Those were great. And my wife would always push it. I would always be like, "Let's just go back to bed or whatever," and she'd be like, "Let's go get something to eat." Okay, and those were really special. Those little.
It was wonderful, but we were both tired.
Oh man, those little girls! It's so great.
It's the
That's
best.
why I asked about Halloween. That was like our biggest holiday.
I was never like a big Halloween guy.
Yeah.
And my daughter, like the first Halloween where she could do it was like she found Wednesday Addams, and it was like so. Mom was Morticia, and I went and got a Cousin It
Yeah.
thing on Amazon. It was amazing, and like. Then that was it. Like, we
Yeah.
set the bar way too high, so it was like now every Halloween we're doing whole family things. I'm sure we're gonna now we have. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to do Frozen.
Right.
The 3-year-old just found Frozen like
Oh,
a week
yeah.
ago.
So now you're in.
When I hear the Frozen 2 music, I get like panic attacks because it's the pandemic.
Oh
Because
yeah.
that was just Frozen 2 was the pandemic.
Nonstop.
yeah.
Yeah. When you are going through these changes, right? Now you're a dad and you got these beautiful kids, and like as a stand-up, you could always I would always write about what I was going through, and like it would try and gobble my entire act, or I'd just be in writing or whatever, and it was very expressive way to kind of like kind of figure out where I'm at, or just get all that kind of thing. In improv and that, is it like you're playing the dads now and you're doing that kind of thing? Does it kind of have that same kind of cathartic thing about your life, or is it?
I
Or is it-
see what you're saying. Like I would,
know what I
would-
mean?
When I was at SNL, I was definitely like writing. Like I would have this feeling, or write more like this character, and like write this character because this is how I was feeling. But like now, I go like it all changed. Like it's like now, like I'm just trying to find work that doesn't keep me away from my kids, and if it does keep me away from my kids, I have to love it so much
Right.
that it's okay.
Yeah.
and so it's all just become different, like work, like what I want. Like now I'm like, I want to write children's books more because like I want them to like, or like
Yeah.
like, just stuff is changing, or it's
So
like,
it's like in your choices of how you're going to express it. And,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it happens subconsciously. I'm not
Yeah.
right. I mean, there is a reason that you're shooting something in town and you're in animation, and yeah.
It feels like 10 minutes ago I was a comedian, and now all of a sudden I just realized somehow in the past couple months, like I'm an elder statesman, father, like, like just I'm in a very different place than I was a couple years ago.
Yeah. But you're still. Gonna...
I asked because like I'm terrified of the teenage years of that, like when that comes.
Right. I don't know. I mean, there's definitely, angst filled, they're going through stuff that they don't understand, like literally an emotional, like a hormonal dump that could last for a year and a half, where they pop out of it and they're like, well, that was weird. I didn't really know who I was for the last year and a half. So but I think in a non-serious house where you're always laughing and you're always kind of, being on, comedy kind of makes you be honest about everything, right? So when you're raising your kids, you have that same thing. And even if they're going through those moments, there's always like a laugh at the end. That kept them close. And I think that was the thing that got us through all of it. It wasn't as angst-filled, even in its craziest moments. If that makes sense.
Thank you. This is the best therapy I've had. This whole thing has felt like an hour-long therapy session. I appreciate it.
I like to tell people what to do.
I like to listen and follow blindly. So that's amazing. Also, I was a heavy smoker for a long time. I haven't had a cigarette in many years. Just seeing a pack of cigarettes this close to me this whole time, I have never felt so tempted in my life.
Really? Well,
It's just I also just bread, like this is an environment. Yeah, like
Yeah.
The most time I miss smoking was like I'll have Chinese food. It's been probably 10 years, whatever, and I'll have Chinese food, and right after I'm like, I would kill a human being to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, I apologize.
Thank you.
It's
That's
just
what I
that,
was looking for.
it's just there as a prop. The bread you have to eat.
It looks great.
I think
I can't. I meant to say earlier, like, am I allowed to eat the bread? Am I supposed to eat the bread?
You
Do
can
you have butter?
You can bring it home. We have olive
great.
oil, but you should bring it home to your family.
Great.
I never smoked cigarettes, but for some reason, it's such a part of the culture that, like, if we have like a long road trip, like this last weekend we had a long ride between gigs, and I just kept at the end of the ride was like, I just see myself outside the hotel before we go in, just smoking a cigarette before we go in. I've never smoked, but it just seems like I need that moment.
It's a romantic thing.
It is so romantic. It's
really romantic.
So cool.
I also wish I was someone who could just have one, and then not have one for like 2 years, and then maybe have one again.
What was the Kevin Spacey when he was the president movie? House of Cards. Yeah, the series. And he would do that cool thing at the end of each episode.
Everything he does is cool.
His character would open up that little wooden box and take one cigarette out and smoke that before bed. And I remember saying to my friend, "Oh, that's how I want to do it." And my friend said, "Yeah, if only that's how cigarettes work."
Yeah, not the case.
Yeah, no, not so good.
If I like went like, I missed that. I would just start walking to a store to buy a carton of Marlboro Mediums while I was smoking that one and hope that I got to the next one.
Yeah. No,
On a writing night at SNL, I would go through 2-3 packs a night.
For real?
Oh, yeah.
2 or 3 packs?
Easy.
Really? You smoke them all the way down or just keep...
just chain smoking like an idiot.
Wow. That's cool.
Man, shouldn't have said that on podcast. Sorry, honey. My daughter, when you see this in 50 years on your hologram.
Yeah, the hologram of you. Oh, man. Well, this was fantastic. So now you got hoppers?
Yeah.
You've got
The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins.
Reggie Dinkins.
The
Where are you
easiest-
at with
the
that?
easiest name in television.
Yeah. Where are you at with that now? So you
I'm fine with it. No.
are you waiting to hear? Or are you...
We're waiting to hear. Episode 6 just came out last night, and we're waiting to hear.
Cool.
But I hope.
But yeah,
people
the
seem to like
momentum
it.
feels.
I love it.
I don't want to
love
jinx
doing
anything,
it. Yeah,
but
I love doing it. I want to work with those people again. It's really
yeah.
fun.
And are you making anything on your own?
Yeah, doing all sorts of stuff. I'm on NCIS Origins. I'm always working. I'm on a bunch of cartoons.
Yeah.
It's fun. I'm a very lucky boy.
Yeah, you are a lucky boy. Well, this was so great to meet you.
Yeah,
You
such
made
a
me
pleasure.
laugh for such a long
Even though
time.
we hung out for a very long time.
That was really fun.
It was a blast.
Yeah.
Well,
I've never
I've known
gone
you
to
for
an
years.
I've never gone to an after party.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I wasn't cool enough. I was always like,
You were in
I don't
B-movie.
belong
That's
there.
pretty sweet.
I don't belong over there.
I felt the same way. many times.
That's why I was chain smoking.
You were in B-movie. That's all you needed. I got to work with Jerry. I was Chef Boyardee in that Unfrosted movie.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you were very good in that.
Crazy experience.
That was really. How was that?
It was exactly like playing Chef Boyardee in a movie made by Jerry Seinfeld.
Right.
It was like a Mad Lib, the entire experience.
Yeah. Where, if I can guess what that felt like, it was we're doing something totally silly, completely crazy, but with precision.
100%.
Right.
Which I love, and I'm very used to that.
Yeah.
But Jerry I spoke Italian throughout the whole movie, and I don't speak Italian. I would often be looking on Duolingo as they were saying rolling, and I was like, hold on. And they would go action, and I would just say vaguely in it, like I was
Wow.
translating my lines in real time on Duolingo. Or Jerry would be like, try, and I would be like, I need a second. And like as I was typing it into Duolingo, and then I would just say it. And
Crazy.
but I only spoke Italian in the movie, and every once in a while Jerry would be like, "You're doing great," and like I'm still not positive if he knows that I speak English or not.
The Italian guy's really good.
Yeah, he was like, "This guy, where'd you find this guy?" Like, he's like kind of like the real Chef Boyardee. Like, but yeah,
Oh, that's amazing.
that was a crazy experience.
Yeah. Well, knowing where you're headed with your kids and what's the craziness is up ahead and where you're working, if you just want to come here and hang out, it doesn't even have to be with the podcast.
Thanks.
We have bread, we have olive oil. We'll get rid of the cigarettes.
I love everything here except no, I don't mind the cigarettes. I love everything. Oh, hi. Hello. This is the best.
Yeah, the provolone.
It really is just great.
Yeah, we
I
love
like it here. Yeah, I could live here.
All right, good. Well, you're welcome back anytime.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I might just not leave if you're okay with that.
I didn't mean today.
Oh, well, never mind then.
We got it, kids.